Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Christine and I draw here on YouTube, and today I'm going to do a little bit of a tiny sketchbook challenge, and I'm just going to have a little chat with you and just a little get to know me sort of thing. So if you're interested, please subscribe or like this video. If not, then that's totally fine. I just wanted to share a little sort of drawing challenge, and yeah. So for those of you who have watched my videos earlier, you can just go and watch my last one in Norwegian, and for those of you who haven't, let's just get started. Yes, I thought about just doing this drawing challenge today because it's a really easy drawing challenge and I've done it a couple of times before, but in Norwegian. And yeah, I just wanted to switch things up a bit, so I'm just going to start drawing like what I normally do, which is people. And I thought about maybe drawing a portrait today because this sketchbook is so tiny. And if you want to draw with me, which would be awesome, you could find a post-it note. I have some tiny ones, just wait a second. So here we have one of my tiny post-it notes, and I just keep this in my pencil case and draw on it whenever I'm bored. So yeah, you can draw on something like this, or you could measure the size of this one. Let's see, it's 5 centimeters by 6.5. If you want to just measure out the exact piece of paper that I'm working on and cut it out, I don't know. You have the option. So I'm just going to draw and talk a bit about some of the changes and a little bit of a get to know me. So yes, I'm just going to have a little bit of a voiceover now, because the video took a bit longer to film than I anticipated. So yeah, just bear with me. It's the first time I've done this in English, so yeah. And first of all, I just want to say that I'm not a professional. I'm still a teenager and I'm trying to learn how to draw, but I just wanted to share what little I know and also the joy I get from creating something. And I really want to get better at drawing, and I think a huge step in the right direction could be posting videos on YouTube and doing drawing every week, because I mostly post every week. That's just the sort of rhythm I've had for the last year. But we could talk a bit about the changes that I've made first, and then we can talk a little bit about me. So yeah. So I've had this channel for about a year now, a little bit over a year, and it has been in Norwegian until now. And that's because I obviously speak Norwegian as like my main language, but I just wanted to speak in English to mostly get better at English, and I also feel like I could reach more people if I talk this language, and it's just fun, and it's a way for me to get more creative again, which is like something that I've been needing a lot lately. With all of the stuff going on in the world, it's really hard sometimes to get creative and not, just be anxious all the time. And I've just found that maybe talking in another language and connecting with this art community that's, a lot bigger in English than it is in Norwegian. In Norwegian, it's probably like non-existent almost on YouTube. So I just wanted to create a platform for me and for other people to just connect with each other and to draw and have fun. And I really feel like I could need to talk to other people that actually enjoy drawing, instead of forcing like all of this exciting feelings and stuff that I feel about drawing on my friends that don't enjoy drawing. I have a couple of friends that draw a lot just like me, and I also have a lot of friends that don't draw at all, and that could probably be a bit overwhelmed whenever I go on ranting about drawing, which I do quite frequently. And I don't know, I just feel like it could be a huge opportunity for me to just try something new and perhaps get better, hopefully. And yeah, we could probably talk a bit about me. So, I'm a teenager. Yeah, that's really the most interesting part. No, I'm just kidding. But I am Norwegian, and I have like Norwegian as my first main language sort of thing. And I speak a bit English too, but not frequently, and it's a little bit rusty right now, so it's not the best, but I'm trying to get better. And I read a lot of books, and I love to read and to write and be creative. And when I read mostly in English. I basically don't read anything in Norwegian if I don't have to. And that's just because I think that English is such a beautiful language. In English you also have a lot more words than you do in Norwegian, which I find really interesting, and I'm a bit of a language sort of interested person, if that makes any sense. But I just find reading really relaxing, and I don't know if any of you have read like Fangirl or Percy Jackson, Divergent, Hunger Games, Skyward. You know, I read a lot of sort of love stories and that sort of genre, and I also read science fiction and fantasy. That's mostly what I read, and it's always in English, like I said. I just find it really inspiring, and I don't know, it's just something that I do for fun, and some people think that I'm crazy because I read like a lot sometimes. And yeah, it depends on like the month, but sometimes I'll read one book a month, sometimes I'll read 4, 5 maybe. It really just depends on like how much work I have to do that month, and it's something that I enjoy, so I would love to talk more about books on my channel. It would be really, really nice, and maybe make some Percy Jackson fan art. That's something I love a lot, and I have some OCs too, original characters, that I would love to share with you, and it's really fun. And I also make a lot of bookmarks for, marking where I am in a book, so that could also be fun. So if some of you enjoy reading, I'm probably going to talk a lot about books, so be prepared. It's something that I'm truly passionate about, both drawing and talking and reading about books, And yeah, I've recently finished Fangirl, and I'm just so happy. It's such a good book. It's by Rainbow Rowell. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that name correct, but it's really good, and you should check it out if you have the opportunity to, because it's so nice. So what other is there to say about me? I'm overall a very creative person, and I draw, I do music stuff, I sing, play the piano, play the guitar, and I also read and write and scrapbook sometimes and make cards and bracelets. I'm really into bracelet making at the moment. It's just something that calms me down. And also crocheting. I like crocheting tiny whales, to be very specific. And it might sound a bit weird, but that's me. I like to do creative stuff because all of these sort of creative forms calms me down, and I'm a very anxious person, so it's really something that I feel like is good for my brain and just me personally, because I overthink a lot and I'm always a bit anxious, so it's really nice to have this sort of thing that I can do when I get anxious. And I hope that there are other people out there like me that get anxious sometimes and maybe find creative forms like a sort of relief from that anxiety or that overthinking. And yeah, what else is there to say? Oh, so we can talk a bit about the comment section just briefly. I've turned it off for the moment. I'm probably going to turn it on again. I had my Norwegian channel, or this channel, and it got to the point where I got a lot of nice comments, but I also got some mean comments, and it wasn't that good of a feeling to get mean comments, so I just turned off the comment section and said that I would have it off for a little while. And it's been half a year without a comment section, and it's really relaxing to just like have a thumbs up and a thumbs down button, and that's it. That's all the judgments I get. I don't know, I just found it a bit more relaxing and not bring me a lot of stress as it did before. Because before I would just get really stressed whenever I got a comment, even if it was nice, I would just freak out a little bit. And I know that sounds a bit crazy, but that's just me. So yeah. And I also have an Instagram now, an Instagram account, and you should go follow me there. My name is Kristine Teiner on there too. And yeah. So yeah, I don't know what to talk about now. We can talk about the coloring. So I mostly use Copic markers, but in this sketchbook I use Faber-Castell and Tombow markers, and those are water-based markers, and that's just because the pages are so thin, so there's no point in using alcohol-based markers, and it's just such a little space to draw on. So even though it's a bit like uneven when it comes to the coloring, it doesn't matter because it's just so tiny, so it won't bother me. So that's why I'm using those kinds of markers. And yeah, I mostly use Copic markers. It's just like, it's my favorite type of markers, and I mostly draw on hand, but I also draw a bit digitally on my iPad, so that's perhaps something that I can show you in the future. But for the most part, I think I'm going to draw a lot with Copics and have a lot of drawing challenges, because that's what I find to be fun. And I'm also going to have a lot of draw with me videos and stuff, so that you can sit down and draw this at the same time as I draw, and just have like a chill sort of podcast sort of video on stuff. And yeah, so I'm almost done with the drawing. I just fill it in with like this sort of metallic marker from Posca. And for those of you who don't know me, I love like glitter stuff and metallic markers, so you're probably going to see a lot of glitter and metallic stuff on this channel, and I'm just going to apologize. But yeah, now the video is done, and I just hope you liked it and enjoyed it and liked the drawing. So yeah, if you did, please remember to subscribe, click the notification bell, and give it a thumbs up. So yes, goodbye.